I am a fiscal hawk. Many of my Republican colleagues in the House feel the same way. But we didn't get in this situation overnight, Kristen. It took us decades, many decades of Congress's, frankly, mismanagement of the public fisc to get in this situation. And the last 4 years, the Biden administration increased spending dramatically. So it's going to take us a while to get out of it.
You know, he says you can look at the Bible and figure out what type of speaker he is. I just want to give the speaker the benefit of the doubt here. Maybe he just doesn't know history. And in fact, maybe he doesn't even know current events. Because if he did, he would know that actually 20 years ago or so, a Congress balanced the budget 4 years in a row. And over the past 8 years, the Trump administration, the first time, passed the largest deficits, the biggest debt, the biggest budgets in history up to that point. Donald Trump's administration and the Republicans in the House of Representatives, and maybe, I don't know, maybe Mike Johnson wasn't paying attention back then, but they increased the national debt more in 4 years than every other Congress and every other president had in the history of the country, cumulatively. And now, and I'm sorry to start the show this way, I just have to. When somebody says something that is so misleading, excuse me here, so misleading, when somebody says something that's so misleading, you just, it's very, very important that people know that this budget that Mike Johnson is trying desperately to pass will help increase the federal debt by $20 trillion over the next 10 years. Let me just say that again. Mike Johnson is desperately working to pass a budget that will increase the national debt by $20 trillion over the next 10 years. Do you realize this country didn't even accumulate that much debt over its first 220 years of existence combined together, from George Washington through Barack Obama? Think about this. From George Washington's term, beginning of George Washington's term, through the end of Barack Obama's term, on January 20th, 2017, the United States of America did not increase the national debt by as much as Mike Johnson's budget will increase the national debt over the next decade. And he says he's fiscally conservative? No, he's not. He's not at all. And again, how any Republican could ever claim to be conservative and vote for a budget that adds $20 trillion to a $37 trillion debt and wrecks our economy is just beyond me.
Well, despite that, the Speaker of the House on Meet the Press continued to dismiss projections. The sweeping domestic policy bill, narrowly passed by House Republicans, would add trillions to the national debt. So it comes as senators return to Capitol Hill today with that legislation at the top of their agenda. We'll go through the changes they're looking to make. Plus, Republican Senator Joni Ernst of Iowa doubling down on comments about possible cuts to Medicaid that angered her constituents at a town hall.
What we're going to be looking at, in the midterm elections, the richest man in the world wielding a chainsaw, bragging about cutting veterans' benefits, bragging about cuts to farmers' benefits, bragging about cuts to rural hospitals, you name it, all of the cuts. They're going to be looking at that. And then when Joni Ernst is asked what she's going to do about the fact that maybe 40% of children in the state of Iowa, her state, are going to be impacted by Medicaid cuts, and about 50% of seniors that are in nursing homes in her state are going to be impacted by these cuts, her response is, well, we're all going to die anyway. Oof. And then she makes a joke about it in the graveyard. This is, I'm sure, if Webster's dictionary wants to kind of use video in the future, put that next to Clueless, because that's what these Republicans are right now. They're clueless. They're savaging healthcare in their own districts, in their own states. And Joni Ernst feels confident enough not only to say, well, you're going to die anyway, then she feels confident enough that she can do whatever she wants to do, go into a graveyard and make jokes about how everybody's going to die anyway. Think about how she burst onto the scene. She was going to be the person that was going to go after pork barrel spending and all this squealing and all that other stuff. And so that's how she starts. And this is where she comes to, which is again, making jokes about senior citizens who are going to have their health care gutted, about children in her state going to have their health care gutted. And the response is, we can all die anyway.
We're going to show that later.